Okay, this is the carbon catalyst from Dr. Phillips that we've been waiting for. It just came in the mail. This is the box it came in. Pretty good. USB box. Came with a couple of papers, a couple of documents. They were stapled together. It looks like this is a particular PDF. I get a zoom on that there. I think it's use.pdf. Use2. Use and use2.pdf. Yeah, use2.pdf looks like. Yeah. Okay, so that's his paperwork. Came very nice. Now, here on the right side is the container. This was double baggied, so this is just the outer bag. And it looks moist. Looks like some liquid squirted out a little bit in the shipping or the packing process. And this is the actual carbon catalyst bag. And I ordered 6 ounces, but I mean, from what I can see, I mean, this thing feels like a pound, but it's wet. So it's a lot of carbon catalyst, a lot more than I anticipated, which is great. Maybe Dr. Phillips cut me a deal and gave me, a pound's worth or something. Now inside is a very interesting little mix, and you can see get a good angle on it there with the light. Yeah, it's like black mud. I mean, it's if you can imagine a fire at a campsite, and you burn a lot of different woods, and you have this very black charcoal that's left, and then in the morning you would pour water into the fire pit and stir it up, and you get this real black charcoal water sludge. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Now I have smelled it, and it smells like ground earth. Now I have not taken any pH tests, but I do have a kit, and I can take a test, but I am sure it's very close to neutral. I mean, it just smells like earth, But it does have some type of liquid, and but I'm assuming that that's water, but who knows? Okay, so there's their carbon catalyst, and here is my first experiment. So I took aluminum foil and I rolled it up very loosely to give me kind of a coil of some aluminum foil. It's approximately 2 inches tall. So I have a little stack of aluminum foil, and I have a little paper cup. And so let me go ahead and fill my cup. This is filtered water, so I am not using tap water, although from what I understand, any water will work. So I mean, I could have used tap water, could use swimming pool water, could use water out of the river. Okay, I'm going to need to get a little tool to serve the stuff up. All right, now the instructions just said to use it, a lot of it, and don't be sparing. And so there you go. I just put a ton of the shit in here. Got a little bit left over. Oops, I got some on my finger. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance and touch it, and so you get some light on it. Okay, so I think you can see it's really like coffee grounds. And in his article, the write-up that came with it, he said that it was a variety of different thicknesses, sizes, and he said that it's far more efficient just to ship it as is with a variety of different micron sizes instead of trying to filter it and shift it and screen. And so that's what we got. Kind of interesting stuff. All right. Carbon catalyst from Dr. Phillips. I'm going to get a little smell here. I mean, that smells like garden dirt, It really does. It smells like just the stuff out there. Now, it does have a little soapy. It has a little soapy feel. I'm wondering, you know, that sure does feel soapy to me. Not super soapy, but soapy. Okay, I'm going to rinse that off. Yeah, after I rinse it really good, then the slickness goes away. So I don't know what that is, but he's got something else in there besides just carbon. So, interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do our test. So I've got my black water. There it is. Black water. Give it a nice stir. Mix it up really good. All right. Okay, black water. Black water, 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 water. Okay, there you go. And in goes the aluminum. Okay, aluminum's in. The aluminum is in. Oh, I saw one bubble. No. Sure don't see anything just bubbling to the top. But maybe got to give it just a minute or two. Now, in his write-up, he's got a couple of interesting things. He again indicated that it was important to have a very small current, like 0.2 amps or something. Very small current to help prevent the oxygen from attaching to the aluminum. So that's interesting. Mentioned that a couple of times. Okay, well, don't see any bubbles. Kind of stir it up a little. There's the aluminum. Stir it up. Stir it up. There it is. Of course, I'm not using granular aluminum, which is controversial. It's possible that aluminum foil is just not going to happen. It's just aluminum foil is just not going to work. Don't know. Well, I guess that's the end of the test. I would have expected to see a couple bubbles. Oh, heat. Well, I forgot the heat. Ah, well, silly me. Okay, got to find a pan. Let's see, a pan that it would be okay if I use. Where's my pans? Oh, here's something small, small, small. Ah, okay. Here's a stainless steel pan, pot. Put it here. Temperature coming on. Okay, now going to pour carbon catalyst in here. And oh, let's look at that. It inside of the cup is just like this real thick sludge. So I've got black water in the pot that's heating up, and I've got quite a bit of sludge down in here. Really interesting stuff. You know, don't know why, what it's for, what it is. Okay, well, we'll just set that down somewhere. Here. There we go. Huh. Wow. Okay, and we're coming up to temp. Oh yeah, it's coming up to boil. Boiling would be 212 degrees. So I don't want to quite get all the way up to boil. But I want to make sure that it's getting there. I did not bring any thermometer with me. Temperature is 100 degrees roughly. We're looking for 180. And my carbon catalyst is still kind of slushing around in there. It's very interesting stuff. Pour a little more. Yeah, carbon catalyst. Okay, I think that's getting pretty close to warm enough. I think we're in the 170 range, which is kind of a gut feel. Taking my aluminum, in it goes in my cup. I am definitely boiling now. So here comes more water. Pouring it over the aluminum, and voila! I have hot, well, just a minute. I see action. I see a little bit of action. Not much. Let me just kind of skim the foam off the top. The aluminum is trying to float. It's okay. There you go. Well, I am seeing bubbles that are forming from the aluminum. Yes, I definitely am seeing bubbles. Let me push that down a little lower. I do not see a violent amount of bubbles, but I do see foam. I do see bubbles. So, yeah. If I kind of stir it up a little bit. Push that down. I mean, I see bubbles forming, but it's not like electrolysis. In the electrolysis experiments, you know, you would actually see in a clear liquid, you would see the bubbles, the hydrogen and oxygen bubbles bubbling up to the surface. Here, with the carbon catalyst, it seems like we're getting some action, but it is not just pouring out. Okay, well, I think that's kind of a wrap for the first exposure to the carbon catalyst. It's doing something, but it's certainly not a lot. Okay, so we got the carbon catalyst that came in. We have, it feels like, you know, close to a half a pound or something. I mean, it's wet. It's wet, so it might be 6 ounces of dry carbon catalyst, but it's certainly wet. And I wonder what it's wet. I wonder what that is. So we have a lot to learn. Okay, so this first little exposure to the famous Dr. Phillips carbon catalyst used to mix with aluminum to generate pure hydrogen. That's it for now. Thanks.